More on the camera boom, and could we actually be going back to see the Philco again? Good morning, YouTube, on a Wednesday, 11:35. Back here on the boom again. As you can see, I have the wooden paint stick in there, and it does work. It's sturdy enough. I mean, I wouldn't have to mess with it too much, I don't think. I think it's fine. Somebody suggested, actually three people suggested that I get some aluminum flat bar stock at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever, and use that. Now, I can get a piece of 1 inch wide, 1/8 inch thick, 36 inch long, which is basically what I would like to have as far as the thickness and the width. I don't really need 3 foot of it, but that's just the way they sell it. And it's $7.98 at Home Depot. Now, I can get it the same exact thing a couple dollars cheaper at Lowe's, but then I have to drive to Columbus and back to get that, so that kind of negates the savings there. So basically what I'm stuck with is use this or go for the aluminum. I think what I'm going to do, the aluminum will be there until probably the end of time. I think we're going to stick with this for now, and going to do some modifications here to this design. As you see, I've got this turned around. Now, I've got it turned around for a reason. In order to work with the Sony Bloggy Duo, I forgot the name of that before, but now I remembered, it has to come out this way, like this. In other words, this has to come down like this. There's an opening here on the camera, or the tripod mount, and it comes down like that. It mounts like that. Now, as you can see, the problem is this is right up against the bottom of the paint stick. So it's a little bit difficult to rotate that around. So my solution is I'm going to build up this underneath with maybe a couple of washers so that I can get this to turn and do that. That's one modification. The second modification involves the little triangle here on the actual camera boom. I think what I'm going to do is switch this around to where this goes around here and comes out down here. This, in other words, this lever part will be down on the bottom instead of being up here. I think this will give us, well, it give us a little bit more downward thing, because this is low as, right here, as low as that goes as far as, and it would, you know, it would be a little bit, it'd be almost level with the desk if, or the workbench, if I put that down. So I think that's another good option to do, and I will do that. So let me do that, and we'll come back and take a look. Put that over. I'm back once again, YouTube. It's now 11:48. This did not work. I completely lost focus of what I was thinking about, I guess. Obviously these, let me get around here. These connect to the bars that hold the boom together, or whatever you want to call it, and they can't be moved. So this is our only option for where this goes, and so that's okay. It will work there fine. It just, like I said, it just doesn't, it's not quite down all the way to the where it needs to be, but you know, it works just fine. As for this seems to work just good. Let me turn it on, as you can see. There you go, there's your picture, and this is easily movable now as far as the thumb screw here, and I can tighten it and loosen it. I've got a thick washer underneath of it, and that's enough to do what I need to do. And like I said, that's a good deal. So that will work. And like I said, you can see there's not a lot of give to it, really. I mean, you can get it level, whatever you need to do as far as you know, where it's going to. It might have a better impact if I had one of these thicker flat washers on top of that as well, to give it a little more strength. I've got the thick one down here, or the big one down here, and if I had one there, that might help a little bit too. The thumb screw part works good. You can turn this around any way you want. Of course, this moves up here too, and I think that's where it's actually moving. So, you know, if you tighten it up, you can get it to where it won't move, you know, like that. But loosen it just a little bit, it moves pretty good. So you can get around the way you need to get around to. And I think that works pretty nice. So, happy with that. And so I'm going to go from there. So let me get on the other camera and we'll continue this. I am back again. I have the Sony Bloggy Duo working because it was already on the mount. I thought I'd just use it. I got this figured out last night. I took some time and figured out where it needed to be connected to monitor everything I need to monitor. And so that is all set now. Trying to put some tools away. Bring this over here a little bit so we can see what we're looking at. Now this point right here is where the tube voltages, filament voltage I should say, come from. From this point here to chassis, or not chassis ground, but to circuit ground, which is the black wire off of the filter caps, where I think this is it right here. I'm pretty sure that's where it goes to. But that point, that is 8.5 volts from here to here, and that is where our tube filament voltage comes from. So that's where we're going to monitor for the tube voltage and for the what the heck? For the oh, that goes down there. I see it now. I think it goes down there. I can't see where it goes. Anyway, the orange here is the one we're going to be monitoring for the B+. It will also go to circuit ground for the minus part of it. But I need to find out exactly. I can't hardly see that, but it looks to me like that's either a bare wire or something. I don't know how that's set up. I'm going to have to look at it closer. But that's where our B+ will be. Are you guys even seeing that? I don't think so. Anyway, here it is right here on the other side. This is a fusible wire here. And that's that orange wire that the pink one ties to. So, see, now there is a wire there. Oh, okay, that's the, oh, I see now. It's a wire right there. See, now that's going to have to be fixed. I don't like the way that's set up there because you can't, there's nothing there. It's a bare wire. And I'm going to have to fix that because that's not going to work. I think somewhere the insulation must have gotten burnt off or something. But it needs to be repaired. So I'll need to repair that before I do anything else. Not really sure what happened there. I'll just have to do a better job of, I must have messed up something. Glad I found this because that is not good. Let's see if you can see that. That's just a bare wire. See, that wire right there is what I'm talking about. That is just plain out bare wire. And that is not good. Not sure how that happened again, but it's going to be fixed. I don't even know why I bothered putting a piece of heat shrink on there because it's not even like I say, I don't know what happened to that, but that's not good. And we will get that fixed. I think. Let's see if we can get a good close-up of it. I think that's close enough. It's hard to see in there, but that should work. So anyway, that's my plan for where voltages will be monitored on this, and I'm hoping to set this up by this afternoon. I wanted to get it done this morning, but then the boom stuff came up, and I wanted to address that while it was fresh on my mind. But yeah, this is our 8.5 volt source here for the tube filament right there. And I got to trace that out, make sure I know where I'm going with it, because this is what I was talking about. This is the brown wire here that comes over to the connects to the end of that resistor, the big 883 resistor, and connects right into here to this pin here. I'll have to find out which one it is. It looks to me like one from the from here. I think that's pin 1, and I think that's or pin 2. Yeah, pin 2. I'm sorry, pin 2 of the 3Q5 is where that connects to. So I need to know that for reference on where I'm connecting the other into and things like that. So I just wanted to clear that up in my mind before I continue, and I want to get that other wire fixed and get that. I may have to tear that whole thing out. I just don't like the way that looks. You can see a better shot of it there. That is a bare wire right there, and it could easily come over and make contact with anything else, like you see there, like that. And that is not good. Not what I was thinking when I did that, but that was not correct. So I will need to address that, get in there, and it's going to be difficult probably getting in there. That's probably why I didn't do it. You know me, I like to shy away from difficult things. So, but we will address that and make sure it's right, and maybe I could put some heat shrink on it, and then, or put a longer wire, maybe cut it down there and then put a longer wire on it, and where it comes up here so I can get a hold of it and get some proper heat shrinking around it. So we'll take care of it one way or the other. So I want to get that done for sure. So alright, gonna do me on this one. Hopefully I get this done today and we'll get this Philco fired up. I sure have missed messing with it, but so many things came up in the meantime. I think that you know, it just I wanted to give this the amount of time that it requires to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Just like this part here about the bare wire. You know, I shouldn't have done that, and you know, that was a mistake on my part. Pretty big mistake, really, because I wasn't paying attention, I guess, or I thought maybe that was going to stay that way all the time. But you can see it moves around pretty easily, and right there it's touching the wire from the other one, so that would short out really easily. So, alright, I know I blabbed on long enough, so you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya.